Hey, this is Wixman Ray here. Managed to get a video started here for y'all today. Today is March 2nd. What is this? Tuesday? Monday? I think, yeah, Monday. I'm losing track of my days here. And it's in the evening here. 8 o'clock Mountain Time, which would be what, 10 o'clock out on the East Coast, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. Yeah, so got the satellite up here. It's or it's not daytime, it's nighttime. So we got to show you the infrared. That's the best satellite. There's one other I can show you too, but so we got this low pressure sitting over northern Utah, producing some precipitation up through Idaho and northern Utah back into parts of Wyoming probably. We'll look at the observations and see what's going on. Looks like this might be a trailing cold front out here. And then we got, this is a jet streak, as we call it, the southern subtropical jet. Looks like it's shooting up through California, Southern California, Arizona, up into Nebraska there. And I believe there might be, I'm not sure if there's any weather under this. We'll take a look. I haven't had a chance to look at it real closely. And then we got this system out here. With some rain, and I think there might be a little snow on the northern edge, but we'll take a look and confirm that. This one will be moving out, I think, out over the ocean by tomorrow, I think, or tomorrow night, but we'll take a look at that too. Across the south, pretty quiet. So, and then looks like it's chilly up in the northeast. When you see these are when you see that this is just colder temperatures on the ground, these purples with it not moving and stuff. So that's telling you it's cold out there tonight out in the parts of the Northeast. And yeah, that's the main systems. I'll show you one other neat looking satellite product that we use as meteorologists. Nighttime. It's called the Nighttime Microphysics. Um, so the red, it's not as useful. Yeah, I mean the red just tells you that's like higher level cloud. This kind of cloud, oh, you can see it better back here. So this yellowish stuff here, that's like lower cloud. And down here, this is also low cloud, but the reason why this is a little more wider is because it's warmer down here. So low cloud appears more yellowish where it's colder. And you kind of see that out west here. You got some low cloud out there. That might be some low, and so it's a little more yellowish. And then down towards Georgia and South Carolina, it's a little more wider because it's warmer. Looks like you got some maybe areas of fog and stratus down here by Mobile, Alabama, and down near Biloxi, Mississippi, and those areas coming off the Gulf. So a little bit of fog and low stratus forming there, and looks like there's a little bit along the Texas coast here. So we'll take a look at the observations. So that's what this is really useful for, is finding areas of fog and low type cloud during the nighttime. Otherwise, if you go back to the infrared, sometimes it's real hard to see that. So we'll go look down there and just tell. Yeah, see, like that stuff we saw down here, it's really hard to pick it out. Sometimes it'll show up darker and you'll see it moving, but you can't really see this. You see it a little bit, but yeah, like I said, this is a very useful product, that nighttime microphysics. So we use that a lot at night. So we'll go to the weather observations here, starting in the Pacific Northwest. Pretty clear up there. A few clouds, but starting to cool off, but relatively mild, 39 there and 40s and 50s. Looks like 50s for Seattle and Portland. Even up into Montana it's clear and it's in the, 50s, 40s here, 30s up north, so it's not terribly cold. So we'll go down where the weather's going on. So got a little bit of showers. Might be some mountain snow up, probably up above 7,000 feet. There are some higher elevations up in this area. So maybe a little bit of mountain snow, and then valley rain what's 41 down in the valley at Elko, Nevada. We got a bunch of rain here up in Utah. Looks like they're in Salt Lake and Ogden are like in the mid to upper 30s, so it's all moderate rain. So they're getting pummeled. They had rain all day, so they're getting lots of rain there. Down, yeah, down in Provo, they're getting some light rain. Snowing up in Logan, so it's a little colder up there. So probably up here, yeah, up here in parts of Idaho, it might be snowing. 40, yeah, maybe. It depends on the elevation. Looks like in the valley out here where Pocatello is, it's warm enough for rain. So, yeah. Out here in Wyoming, looks like a lot of rain. There probably is some snow in some of the higher elevations. So, that's what's going on there. And then it looks like there's some showers out here between Grand Junction and near Green River, Utah, out in this general area. A few showers going on. Pretty windy out there too. Look at that. This is down near Moab. I think that's just north of Moab. It's gusting around 40. I can confirm that. I drove across there today and it was like gusting to 40, 50 mile an hour winds. So, yeah, with this low pressure system on this little front going through, it's some gusty winds. So, yeah. So, back into Colorado, not too bad. 40s and 50s mostly. Little showers starting to move into western Colorado. Pretty nice, man. It's in the 80s down in Phoenix, southern Arizona. Even in the 60s in New Mexico. Yeah, pretty warm across the south tonight. It's in the 60s and 70s. We'll go up north. Looks like a little bit of fog up in parts of Kansas and Nebraska there. Yeah, where we saw them clouds, there's a little bit of drizzle there at Kansas City, but they're not getting a whole lot of precipitation. It's farther north up here by northern Iowa, so there's a little bit of, well, it looks like that's mostly rain. It's just above freezing, so they're getting mostly rain up there. Might get some spots that get snow with that little piece of energy. Here's this other system we talked about. Yeah, it's mostly rain. Yeah, there might be yeah, right up here. They got that question mark, so they might be having some like a wintry mix. That's usually what these question marks mean, where it's right around freezing. This is where we're seeing that cold air damming here. So yeah, just a little bit of light snow or sleet, but really it's not going to be a whole lot of accumulation going on. Most of this is rain, so yeah, a little bit of showers down to the south here, but relatively quiet. We'll go back and look up here. This is where we're seeing that cold air. We'll confirm that. Yeah, 4 degrees in Caribou, 6 degrees there. So yeah, -5 there. What place is this? Berlin. That's in Vermont, I believe, or is that that's New Hampshire? Yeah, even teens back here. So yeah, that where we saw those purples on the satellite earlier, and that confirms the cold air. It's got some below 0, so it's still pretty cold up there. But that'll start changing as we get into, especially in the mid to late week. This'll area will start warming up more. Ow. Sorry, I'm having to do this in an uncomfortable position, so I'm gonna wind this up pretty quickly. So this is going on right now. So that's showing you that system out in Utah and Wyoming, parts of Idaho, a little bit up in northern Nevada, and then this system here. Didn't really handle that stuff up here too well. Let's see what the next frame, yeah, the next frame shows it a little bit, and it's technically closer to this time frame anyway. So yeah, so we'll see just a little bit here, that little weak piece of energy. We got this thing kind of hanging around, and this one back here for, this is through about midnight tonight. So we'll go through the middle of the day tomorrow. So some lingering stuff across parts of this area. The I-80 corridor, probably see mostly rain, some snow up in the higher elevations of northern Colorado. And then we got this low pressure forming with this warm front, so you're going to have some rain breaking out from, Missouri, Illinois, over to Ohio and to the east. And on the northern side, we might see a little wintry mixed up there, but really nothing too significant with that. So we'll make this quick. So this is right into Wednesday morning. So this system kind of fizzled out, but this is what's left of the upper level feature, that low pressure and all this precip picking moisture off the Gulf. So you've got this frontal system with some, looks like mostly light rain, maybe some moderate areas out here in Ohio, near Cincinnati or just north of them. A little bit of snow up in the northeast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that system is gone by tomorrow night, pretty much, into Wednesday morning. And then we got this is that next system that formed here. We'll probably see some thunderstorms down through this area. Not sure if they're still predicting any severe. There might be a couple isolated severe cells through here from Missouri down through Oklahoma and Texas. And that kind of just slowly moves to east on Thursday. And we'll track that. Yeah, by Friday it's gone. And then we got a new system coming. So on Tuesday you'll start seeing some precip on the Pacific Northwest tomorrow. The second piece of energy moves back into the west, up here into Idaho, Oregon, and Northern California, or into Nevada. So get some rain and snow. Probably snow elevations will be down to 5,000 to 6,000, probably around 6,000 feet. It's been pretty warm in the valleys that are below 6,000. And then that by Thursday, that's moving into Utah again, so they're going to get another round of precip. Looks like most of it will be valley rain and mountain snow out there. They might get a little snow out in Salt Lake Valley there, especially on the back edge there. It looks like by Thursday night, Friday morning. And then we see a pretty significant low forming off the lee side of the Rockies in Colorado here on Friday. This will definitely probably be some severe thunderstorms from, I don't know, they might get up into Iowa, down towards Kansas City and Wichita, parts of Oklahoma and Texas. But back here in Wyoming and the higher area, the high plains out here into South Dakota, North Dakota, I get some heavy snow, maybe even a wintry mix, in between the rain and the snow there. So. And that goes into Saturday, and then it kind of shoots off to the north into Canada by the middle of Saturday. So, and like I said, it's going to get pretty warm up there in the northeast. Looks like that a little bit of cold air kind of lingers up there. It may moderate a little bit, just looking at these thickness lines. It kind of indicates cold air staying up there. So it may not warm up until about Friday. Yeah, right there. Or actually, that's Saturday. So Friday it starts to warm up a little bit. So Friday, towards the end of the week and the weekend, it'll get rain up there in the northeast. So, and then this will be thunderstorms. This is Saturday night, so I don't know. The way the pattern looks, it can't rule out severe, but it don't look like organized severe pattern. But Friday looks like a better, Friday night. But that's what's going on there. That's all I'm going to say about that for today. This is Wixman Ray out.